lines because it's so multi-purpose. This is something that will be that great strainer across your sink. It's a great rack to cook bacon on, great trivet to take something hot off the stove or out of the oven, washing dishes, no problem. Frying something and you want to drain all that grease away. It's quick, it's easy, it's so versatile, and it goes from a small size to a large size simply by pulling the rack open. Already 100 of these are gone, and I'll tell you, this is $26.90. A hot pick means it's a star product of the day, one of our best-selling products at QVC. So anytime you see the hot pick logo on a product, pay special attention because it's got a strong history at QVC as one of our best-selling products. This is one of our hands-down bestsellers in the kitchen gadget category. And I love this item because of its versatility. Already 100 of these are gone. If I'm washing dishes, I've got a great way to drain them. If I've just taken these chicken fingers out of the grease when I was frying them, they're now draining over that sheet pan. If I'm planning to add a little ganache to my cake, let's make sure my ganache is loose enough to pour here. Here we go. I don't worry about the overflow because it's all going to go through the total rack and onto this tray. Look what I can do here with this beautiful ganache. Pour this over top, go back over because we're going to add a little bit more goodness to it when I'm done. Hang on. Add a little bit more here to the top, and then we're going to hit it with something that would ordinarily make a grand mess in the kitchen, sprinkles. So if I'm decorating cupcakes for the 4th of July, like many of you saw I did when I was on vacation and put on Instagram, this is the way to make sure that you keep all those sprinkles from going all over the floor and all over your kitchen countertop. This is quick and easy. Now, let's take a look at color choices and remind you that we're very, very busy. In fact, already 300 of these are gone. Now, what we're gonna do is take our Lazy Susan table here and show you first. I've got it for you in purple. Then I have it for you in the red. Here it is for you in the gray, most popular in that gray. I've also got it for you in the blue, most limited, and I have it for you in the black. 400 are gone now. Now, our price on this will go up at the end of day. When you're not using this, fold it up, roll it up. It goes into the dishwasher for quick and easy cleanup. It also folds down this small so I can pop it in the drawer in my kitchen. This is what makes this so impressive. Let me also show you that when it's open, this is the small size. I can also make it larger simply by opening it up. Isn't that cool? And then if you want to make it smaller, just push it back down and roll it up when you're done. Let's welcome in Mark Charles Basile, who is here to tell us a whole lot more about this great gadget. MCM, how are you, sir?
Hi, David. How are you? I'm here filling in for Marie-Louise. I hope I do a good job. She asked me to fill in for her today, so here I am with this great product.
Well, we're thrilled to have you back, and this is something really multi-purpose in the kitchen. I would imagine everybody's going to love it. We've already taken orders for 700 of them. Mark Charles, take it away.
So Marie always calls this more than a 6-in-1, and she calls it a 60-in-1 because this little guy that's 13.5 inches long and rolls up like this is made out of pure stainless steel and silicone where you see the color. It means it's oven safe to 400 degrees, it's dishwasher safe, it's easy, and it's so versatile. Let me take you through what I did. If you are a baker and you need a cooling rack, you can use it as a cooling rack. Now remember, this is when it's expanded to its most, so you're 13.5 inches this way, but you're 21 inches fully opened. When it's not fully open, like David showed you earlier, that's 11 inches. So 11 by 13.5 or 21 and anywhere in between. It according opens. So cooling rack, fantastic, right? Look what I did here. You can put it over any baking rack you have. Put your fried chicken, maybe put your a spatchcock chicken in here, or a lot of roasted vegetables. It keeps it elevated and you're roasting all the way around. So I did all these drumsticks, all the fat drips down, and you're circulating all the air in your oven. Love that. Don't forget, it's a trivet. So if you're just gonna take a pot off something like the stove, it's a trivet. It's gonna hold all the heat and protect your surfaces. Over here, the #1, David, this is your jam and mine, bacon maker. Because why? It keeps the bacon up. By the way, folks, this is store-bought bacon I bought this morning. Look how flat it is. No splattering on your stovetop. Don't do bacon on your stovetop ever again. Do it on this rack and you will never go back. And David did his with ganache. I'm gonna do caramel decorating. Oh, nice. Like David said, put this over a bowl or any kind of tray. It captures all the drippings. And I think you said it best, David, because you know the ganaches and the creams and the butterscotches are great, but then when you want to put sprinkles on it and you don't want it to like go anywhere else except inside the bowl, how great is that it captures? So great for bakers. And then this is something you and I both love, David, whether it is a drain board or it's actually cleaning your veg, whether you store-bought or you went to the farmer's market. And by the way, David, look, I can grab the whole thing, transport this up to 40 pounds of weight this will hold as well.
Great.
Isn't that great? So
Now,
just great versatile piece.
$26.90, 5 easy payments because everything's on 5 pay until 6 p.m. Eastern time. 1,500 of these have now been spoken for. A lot of you are buying more than one, and that makes great sense because you'll use this in your kitchen. And if one makes good sense, two makes even more sense. Now, I've got it in the gray. Gray is most popular. 1,600 left to go around in that gray. Here it is in blue. 1,500 in the blue. Don't forget black. 1,800 in the black. I've got purple. 2,600 in the purple, and then finally foodie red. 1,700 remaining in that red. Remember, if you want to make these larger, you simply pull them apart. That's what makes it double its size. And then when you're ready to collapse it back down, push it down, goes into the dishwasher for quick and easy cleanup, and also right over your sink top. Put this on top of your Oster oven on your countertop and put hot things inside. Cook bacon on it, throw it in the dishwasher for easy cleanup. This is what it's all about, having the ultimate multi-use tray in your kitchen. Take something hot off the stove or out of the oven, no problem. Big pans of lasagna. If you're frying something, fried chicken, chicken fingers, whatever you may be doing, this is going to be a perfect way to make sure that everything drains away and right through. These are stainless steel rods, and they are coated on the end in silicone. Pop these into the oven for quick and easy cleanup and for baking. These will be heat safe up to 400 degrees. Real quickly, look back here before we go back to Mark Charles. Inside my Oster oven, I have croissants baking right on top of the total rack. And they're right on top of a sheet pan in case there's any butter or gooeys that drip down. Up top, I've got a roasted chicken here. So really perfect for all of that. Don't miss out on this opportunity. It's 5 easy payments. 2,500 of these are now gone. Mark Charles, show us some more on your end.
Again, what I love about it, David, you were talking about the expandability. This thing starts out at 11 inches when it's most compact by 13 and a half. And David was talking about it goes up to 21. But remember, everything in between, it'll work. So if your baking pan is this high, why'd you do that? You get to expand it, and it works the same way. All silicone, all stainless. This is important to note. We know about the drying rack, right? We know about that it's trivet and the cooling rack, but that's what's normal to us. But you've got to say that if you're going to buy this for anything, please get this for your baking in your oven. When you raise anything that you're baking, you're going to have even heating. You're going to have flow-through heating. It's almost like convection. Instead of having it flat on, again, I'm going to go back to the chicken that I did here. Think of pot roast, chicken, roasted vegetables. It's elevated. Not only is everything, the grease dripping down underneath, you have air circulating 360. That's why the chicken comes out so great. Fish, any of your proteins, that's why the bacon is amazing, because there's air now. I let this cool just to show you what's happening. We expanded it to the size this. There's all the drippings of the grease, and the bacon stays flat. And there's no splattering going around. So if you get this for anything, we know it's a trivet, we know it's a drying rack for the sink, but please, please, please use this in your everyday oven cooking. 400 degrees safe, dishwasher safe, 40 pounds you can put on here. And if you're making a pot roast at more than 40 pounds, then you need 2 of these. And you got something great.
If you're making a 40-pound pot roast, invite us. We'll come over. Yeah, we will.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Let's remind you of color choices and tell you that 3,500 of these are gone. This is a very popular item. Don't forget, we've got it in black, 1,500 in the black. Here's purple, 2,400 in the purple. Here's red, 1,200 in the red. Gray is most popular, with only 900 remaining. We may sell out of that gray. Don't wait on the gray. And then I've got it for you in the blue. 1,200 in the blue. Nearly 4,000 now ordered in this show. I need to let you know that this 4 hours of In the Kitchen with David is jam-packed, loaded with good kitchen goodies. We've got great gadgets. We've got something brand new coming up from Igloo. We've got a great set of Lock and Lock. There's such variety. I don't want you to miss a moment of our 4-hour show today. And don't miss this total rack, because again and again, this becomes a hot pick on QVC. You don't remain a hot pick on QVC unless you're a bestseller. If at some point the sales drop off, then it drops off the hot pick list. This is always on the hot pick list because it's always a top seller. Look at that gorgeous bacon. What you all don't know is I have a fan right there and it's blowing bacon smell right at me. It's like torture up in here. All right, so I've got bacon going right here, draining here. I've got vegetables here. Many of you are going now to your local farmer's market, and I totally support buying local and supporting your local growers. This is a great way to wash off all those vegetables when you get them home, and it drains right through into the sink. If you want to use this as a draining tray for your dishes, if you're washing larger dishes by hand, this could be really great. In my new cookbook, I heard Mark Charles say a spatchcock chicken, where you break the back of the chicken and you lay it out flat so more of it touches the heat surface. I've got a fajita spatchcock chicken in my new cookbook. So if you already pre-ordered the cookbook, you've got that recipe to look forward to, and you can cook it on this rack. So it really, really works out nicely. Our stylist, Eleni, put a beautiful roasted chicken, a whole chicken up here, which is really nice. Look at these golden brown, or GBD, croissant in the oven. Croissant! Ho, 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 ho. All right, let's go back to Mark Charles before we do one final color tour. Mark Charles, show us one more demo, and we'll come back and do colors, and we'll wrap up.
The other thing I want to point out too, David, speaking of demos, if you are a defroster and you want to take frozen foods, proteins out of your freezer, this is the way to do it, because now you can actually slip this over your sink, and I'm going to show you the sink real quick. It fits over almost anybody's sink. I put 2 here, of course. Remember, 40 pounds. So whether I'm washing and rinsing, I want to bring this over here, I can do that. But the beauty is, I'm going to put this to a side for a second. Here's a drain board, but also think about defrosting your favorite proteins out of the freezer. Just put it right here.
Good idea.
Everything's going to drip right through. So the defrosting board too. How cool is that?
You know what? Just the other day, I put out some Kansas City hot dogs because I was going to be barbecuing, right? And if you don't have some kind of someplace for them to drain, then you're just putting them in the sink, and we don't always want to do that. Mark Charles, I'm going to wrap up with you and then come back and do one final color tour. Great to have you back with us. Thank you so much. I believe you're coming back for one more item, aren't you?
I do. I have AeroGarden a little later in the show.
That's right. A little later in the show. We'll look forward to that. If you've got water and an electrical plug, you've got all you need to grow fresh herbs in your own home. Let's talk to you about colors. Here is the purple. 2,300 left in the purple. Don't forget black. 1,100. Also, I have blue. I have fewer than 1,000 in the blue. If you want the gray, fewer than 200 now left in that gray. And then finally, our foodie red. 700 left. And I also want to thank our sets and props for creating this big lazy Susan for us. Isn't that fantastic? Hey, this is now